everybody. My name is Spoons Rattling. I'm currently inside a box of Chaos Spawn, and today we are ranking the options for the fast attack slots, specifically in Alpha Legion, as different legions will get different benefits out of the fast attack slots. So, starting off with a general overview, fast attack in Chaos Space Marines is, I think, full of quite good units. I think every single one of them is usable. So they all are in different tiers, but I don't think there's a huge disparity between them like there are in some other slots in different armies. I'm still a little bit sick if you couldn't tell. So let's get on to the rankings. First up, we have the Venomcrawler. So the Venomcrawler isn't bad. I don't think it's bad at all. But Alpha Legion just isn't super focused on vehicles. It skirmishes well and can deal with light and medium infantry very well. And it can actually give buffs to the Master of Possession, which Master of Possession is the kingpin of buffs, so buffing him is going to buff other things very well. Though I find for Alpha Legion it just isn't super necessary. If you have the points to spare, then yeah, I'd say you could pick one up and have him run alongside your Master of Possession as a nice bodyguard and a buffing piece to help buff your Terminators or Chosen or whatever. I personally just prefer the other fast attack units, though the Venomcrawler certainly isn't a bad choice at all. Next up, we have the Chaos Spawn. They function very similar to cultists. They're cheap and effective. Each spawn, getting 4 toughness 5 wounds for 25 points, gives them one of the best points to wound ratios in the entire game. Their regenerating wounds makes them far harder to deal with than chaff of other elite armies like servitors for their loyalist counterparts. They also have decent melee, their mutations letting them always be stronger against whatever their target is, regardless of the result. And aside from that, they can do actions, and being so obnoxious to kill makes them a great choice for that. Because if your enemy starts shooting away at them, they're either not going to kill them because they can't do enough damage, or they're shooting into such a cheap unit that they're wasting their firepower effectively, giving them a catch-22. And do they stop the objective monkeys, or do they focus on the damage dealers? I think Chaos Spawn are quite powerful. Next up, we have the Chaos Bikers, my beloved retro Chaos Bikers. They're a very interesting option compared to the Jump Infantry. With a Mark of Khorne, they can chop things up with a chainsword and a fancy weapon on the champ, and packing special weapons can actually give them some incredible anti-armor. Then chase it down with a bucket of attacks, or just bare bones. 14-inch move on durable bodies, toughness 5 armor of contempt bikes with 3 wounds. They can get into table quarters faster than just about anyone else with a 20-inch advance. And with the -1 to hit means that, again, they can be quite effective and durable at doing actions, as I've said. I think they're a very strong choice as well. Again, there are 3 tiers in this video, but I think all of them are basically on the same level. Some are slightly higher than others in my mind. Though I do give the Bikers some credit. One of the first armies I ever saw was Chaos Space Marines when they still looked like this, so I have a soft spot for those retro guys, which you'll see in a video upcoming. I got a box of retro Space Marines, and I'm going to paint them as classic Alpha Legion. Next up are the Warp Talons. They are very similar to other beatstick units, but trade off damage and durability, for their impressive speed and free deep strike. Having 51 attacks is never a bad thing, though being 10 points more than standard Marines and 7 more points than a Raptors, their defense, even with the 5+ invul, starts to lose its shine. Though a 12-inch pregame move is quite nice. These guys are one of the best damage dealers in fast attack, though they don't compete the best with Possessed and Chosen or Terminators for that matter. However, I do feel they are quite strong still, regardless of their competition in the slot next door. And of course, the 12-inch move works very well with the pregame move that Alpha Legion get with their stratagem. And then we have Raptors in Tier 1. The Raptors are my personal favorite choice for fast attack, combining pretty much all the benefits of everything else. They are cheap at 21 points, only a few points more than your average Chaos Space Marine. Have similar damage output to bikes for quite a bit cheaper. And with a Mark of Khorne and maybe a power weapon on the champ, they can definitely punch a good bit above their weight. And again, since they have jump packs, they have free deep strike. They are quite fast. They can do actions very well in small units. And again, if you want to, you can use them as damage dealers. They have core. They can be buffed up quite a bit. Especially in other legions. Specifically, Black Legion can make them into a monstrously dangerous unit using Harkin. Though in Alpha Legion, I just like them as objective monkeys and skirmishers, really. I think they're quite good. So in summary, I'd say in general, the fast attack slot for Chaos Space Marines is very well balanced and serves a variety of good utility units. But again, they still do decent damage. I don't want to say that they're not hitting hard, because they very much can. And I feel most of them can deal, decent damage, actually just good damage when it comes to the units like the Warp Talon we see here. And again, they all function well. They're all decently durable. They have different abilities that give them all their own special role. Though I think their best role is using them to skirmish with light infantry and do objectives. I've been Spoons Rattling. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all next time.